Hello and welcome back to the Appian memory game tutorial series. In part 1, we have created the foundational structure, a grid of cards laid out using columns and card layouts. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking out part 1 before diving in. In today's video, part 2, we are going to take it to the next level by introducing random number logic and enhancing the user interface of our game. First of all, we will improve the visual alignment of our user interface by centering the main content area. Here we are just dragging A-bank columns layout to arrange multiple columns side by side. Then the card layout goes inside the centered column layout. But instead of filling all columns with content, we place the core content in the middle column and leave the left and right columns empty. So what we have just done? We improved the layout by sandwiching the content column between two empty ones, which centers the grid on the screen. Now comes the generation of random numbers that our memory game will use. We will use for each to generate a list of maps that hold a number and a flag to track visibility. Here, enumerate of 9 plus 1 gives us number 1 through 9. This is essentially a list of 9 iterations used as input for this loop. And for each item, it executes the expression. Next, within the expression, I'm going to create a map for each iteration with two keys, number and show. Number, a randomly generated number from 1 to 9, and show, a boolean value set to false. So basically, each number is a random integer from 1 to 9 and each show is initially false. I'm using rand function which returns a random decimal number between 0 and 1. It returns numbers like 0.001, 0.5283, 0.9999, but never exactly 1. Now I'm going to multiply the random decimal by 9. This shifts the range from 0.0 to 9.0. So the output could be 3.714, 8.999, anything but never exactly 9. Why? Because let's say rand into 9 returns 8.9999999, which could be rounded to 9 when passed to two integer function. And then you add 1, the result of which would be 10, which is outside the intended range 1 to 9, right? This is rare, but it's a real edge case. By wrapping it inside floor function, we are making sure that the generated number always falls in the range of 1 to 9. Now, even if the value is 8.99999, flow will always bring it down to 8. Then plus 1 ensures the max value is 9. Alright, use of two integer function on top of this ensures the result is explicitly treated as an integer, and adding 1 to shift the output range from 0 to 8 to 1 to 9. This show flag we will use later to determine whether a card should reveal its number. If you take a look at the output, you could see we end up with a list of 9 maps. Our next task is to find numbers that were not generated. I am calling it local numbers do not exist and using difference function, which is going to find numbers from 1 to 9 that are missing from the generated list. For example, if 4 and 8 are missing, result will be 4 and 8. You can also say that this difference function is going to compare the full list 1 to 9 with our generated numbers and return a list of numbers that were not generated. So array 1 is going to be enumerate of 9 plus 1, which is again going to generate the full list starting from 1 to 9. And second array is going to be local generated random numbers dot number, as we are extracting just the number values from our random maps, possibly with duplicates. Let me quickly show you what it returns. So this variable is the list of numbers not randomly generated. Cool? 2, 3 and 5 are the numbers which are not included in local generate random numbers list. Let me give you guys a quick recap of what we have done so far. We start by generating 9 random numbers between 1 to 9, and each iteration of this for each loop creates a map containing a random number and a flag called show, which is set to false. Next, we find out which numbers from 1 to 9 were not generated. We use the difference function to compare the full list of numbers with the list of randomly generated ones. And now comes the interesting part. To get the final list, We use append function to add any numbers that were missing back into the list, ensuring we have all numbers from 1 to 9 at the end. And at the same time, we have to make sure that our final list should contain all the unique numbers. And to ensure that, we take the generated numbers and use union on them. This is going to remove duplicates and return a unique list of generated numbers. After we get a unique list of all the random generated numbers, we add the missing numbers to this list. There we go. We have a full list of numbers 1 to 9 with some random positions. Now that we have a list of numbers, let's display it using a UI component. I am using a bang-rich text display field which lets us show text with formatting like size, style and alignment. Inside the value, I am using a bang-rich text item. This is where the actual text content and styling are defined. And here this line is really interesting. We are using index function to pull out a specific value from local list of numbers, which is nothing but the final list of numbers based on FP bang index, which refers to the current iteration index. As you can see, each card is displaying a number based on its position in the list. It shows a different number based on its order in the list. Setting the alignment to center, which is going to center the text within the field, giving a clean layout. And size as large, this is going to define the appearance of the text. To make it even better, we can style the text as strong, which is going to make the text bold. Alright, to make all these cards clickable, we use a bang dynamic link. And to define what happens when the card is clicked, we use save into parameter, inside which we can save multiple values at once. And that's it for part 2. We now have a working game with randomly distributed numbers and improved layout. In part 3, we will make the game more interactive by implementing the card flip logic and adding matching logic using the show property and user clicks. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the next video. If you have got any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers, bye-bye.